Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at Neca's Aliens. I guess this is throwback, right? Is it? Yes, it's throwback version of the Cougar, Night Cougar Alien. And there's also another one, I don't know its name off the top of my head, but it's the exact same figure with a different paint scheme. I saw it at the store the other day, I didn't get it, but it's out there. Is it on here? I did a lot of planning. Yeah, it is the Panther Alien. You can't really tell. I'll show you afterwards. because I don't want to mess things up. So anyway, this is another Xenomorph. It's got a few unique parts and a kind of a unique feature and a unique paint scheme. So it's worth looking at. So we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. All right, so what I wanted to show you real quick is that's the Panther one down there. He's like tan and orange and white, and it's probably the most unique looking, but not like cartoonish or whatever, like not this kind of stuff. Of all the Xenomorphs we've seen, that's like more of a traditional looking Xenomorph. So I'm guessing a lot of people are going to be really into the cool color scheme on that. I'll probably review it at some point. We'll see if they send me a review sample. I don't know if I'm going to shell out the money to review a paint scheme. I don't personally care for it. I like this one a whole lot more. So let's just get into this one. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, if they send a review sample, I'll definitely review it. And if they don't, I still might. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. Okay, so this one is definitely intended to be on all fours, so I'm not going to do a traditional height measurement. Plus, if you're looking at this, you've probably seen one of these in person and you know generally what size they are, so I don't have to get into that. Okay, so let's do a question of the day. Are you guys mixing these weird kind of designs, the Kenner designs or whatever else, with the movie designs when they are close enough? Like for me, I like doing that a lot. I like getting more variety in my Xenomorph collection because the movie ones are boring as heck compared to these cool ones with the cool paint schemes and unique features. So yeah, I'm all about mixing them. And so let's talk about the uniqueness on this guy. His body is mostly black with like a gunmetal dry brush, which is a very nice look compared to what we normally get with just the glossy black or blue. You can see a little bit of the speckling silver paint on here on the top of the carapace. That's very cool too. I like it. Look how shiny and metallic he is on his body. He looks almost like kind of like liquid metal. That's kind of cool. Not like mercury, not like T1000, but just like molten metal. Pretty cool looking. And then this guy's main cool thing, I think, is the red line work on him. It's not the cleanest thing I've ever seen in some places, but it is clean enough that it looks really nice. You can see the stripes along his back. Some places it's brighter where it definitely looks better, and then the darker places it's not as cool. But it is pretty clean on his face. And the black and red is just a really nice scheme. It looks great. The silver teeth and claws are all there as you would expect. And obviously you have that red throughout the body and the tail, and I like it. He does have a unique head, and that's pretty cool. It is transparent plastic as you would normally see. We have the tail with the little flat frond, palm frond type of tail with the spike, and it is bendy, and the rest of it is basically reused parts, except for his back here, which we will get to in the accessory section. But this is what he looks like with the part connected, and that's what he looks like without it. So there is paint underneath, very little paint on the part, just enough to give it some paint, but it's mostly just transparent plastic. You can even see the magnet inside, so that's a bit of a bummer, but that's pretty cool. And we do have the mouth inside, and that's as far as it sticks out. It's not floppy like they normally are, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, it's relatively speaking, it's your go-to Xenomorph. It's like your standard Neca Xenomorph. There's nothing crazy unique going on, just the detail work. So that's fine. Aesthetically speaking, I'll give it an 8, only because a lot of the red paint isn't as clean as I would like it to be when it's kind of like the big feature. So that's a bit of a bummer. And we don't see any down here. I don't know like how accurate this is to the source, but I would like to see a little more red paint if they're fudging it at all, which they are technically fudging the whole line, so whatever, no big deal. Still a good rating. As far as accessories, we do just get this magnetic kamikaze, whatever they called it, kamikaze parasite, which has like the sculpt work of the face hugger on the inside, kind of like that little hoo-ha looking thing on the inside, but no tentacle type finger, like hand, leg appendages. It just has these little flaps. And so that's fine, but that just sticks on his back and that's it. There's nothing really to do with it. So it's like kind of a gimmicky feature that doesn't really do anything, but it's there. So 5 out of 10 for ingenuity, but also practicality is not there. So it's whatever as far as accessories go. It's there. You got it. All right. As far as articulation goes, this guy does have the head that bends all the way forward if you want to stand him up, or all the way back just about. So that's pretty cool. And it is on I don't think it's actually a ball peg. I think it is just a rotation, just a regular swivel on there. But you do get that, so that's all right. I'll take it. You saw the jaw opens. Not as far as I might like, but you also don't have any gapping in it, so that's pretty good. And this little guy is not floppy, so that's pretty good. This part of the neck also moves. It's all the way back right now. You can bring it all the way forward if you want, which is pretty cool if you want to make him dance. You get it. It's pretty cool. They added a little bit of extra articulation in there, so I like that. Shoulders are standard, and they have a little nubbin right here, which does limit posability to some degree. He's relatively soft, so it's not terrible. Like, you can flex it a little, but you're not getting a ton of range out of that arm. You get your full rotation. You have your double swivel hinge elbow, so it swivels at both the top of the elbow and at the bottom. And you get your double hinge. So plenty of range there. The wrists have the swivel and the hinge, and then the fingers have another hinge right there. Torso, let's see if it's one of the good torsos. It is. Lots of range. It is a double ball peg. It is a double ball peg, so you just get tons and tons of range and rotation. This guy's a very posable Xenomorph, except for the shoulders. And except for the hips, because we have this giant hip flap, which gets in the way, of course, but you do get your rotation. He could be a little tighter, by the way. He's not loose or floppy, but he could be tighter. You get your hinge that doesn't work, and you get your thigh swivel that almost doesn't work either, but you do get your full rotation. This is a swivel hinge at the top of the knee. It rotates around. This is a basic hinge at the bottom, so you can straighten the leg all the way out or bend it all the way back. Down here we get another swivel hinge. And down here we get another swivel hinge. So lots of swivel hinges on here. And then for the tail, you get your rotation like always, and it is a bendy tail that bends pretty darn well. So I am pleased with that. So yeah, Articulation is going to get an 8. Even though we have a few limitations due to the sculpt, overall it's a really well articulated Xenomorph. And it stands out in that field at least. And the cool paint job, I like it. This is a fun one for me. I think maybe I will get the other one just to have them both. The cougar one. Is this one cougar? This is the cougar. The other one's a panther or something. They're all cats. I don't know. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Overall rating on this guy. I'm going to say if you collect Xenomorphs, this is one you should get. He's a fun one. He looks nice. He's going to stand out a little bit, even though he's got like the stealth look. It's going to stand out because of that black and red paint scheme. It articulates well. It's sculpted well. It's painted well enough. I'm going to give it an overall rating of 9 out of 10. As far as NECA Xenomorphs go, this is one you might want to track down. It's kind of fun. I think it is. You guys can let me know how you feel about it. Or is it too basic? I don't know. I'm not a big Xenomorph person, so I have a different stance on what I like about them than most people do. But I like this one. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, please do give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos every day except Wednesdays, unless I miss it for some reason, but I don't normally do that. And I have thousands of videos already on the channel if I do miss. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.